Dawn, this is just a conversation. We like people to get to know our agents, so thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for asking me.
Yeah, so you've been in real estate for just a couple years.
Yeah, probably longer than most, if not all, in the Tri-Cities.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, how did that start? How did you start in this crazy business?
Very strangely, my ex-husband and I invested in rental properties, and we did fix and flips before they were fix and flips.
Okay.
And we bought a couple properties in Arizona, planning to move to Arizona, and the agent was not a quality agent.
We were just having a discussion about this.
Yeah. And so we ended up getting involved in some litigation and settled. And my ex-husband and I said, we can do this ourselves.
Better.
So, yes. And I could represent clients better.
Oh my gosh.
I got my real estate license many, many years ago in Arizona.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's, I think a lot of agents, go into the field with that. We're like, hey, I could do this, know?
Right.
Well, obviously it worked out well for you. So
I think so. Yeah. And I started out just thinking we'd just handle our own properties. And then someone came to me and said, we trust you. And it's like, and from there on, thousands of houses later.
Trust is a big factor in
it
that.
It is.
That is awesome. Well, a little bit of a fun one. What's the most unusual property you've ever sold where you still I randomly still think about that house every now and then?
That's a strange question. I think about experiences and people more than I do houses.
Okay.
Because there's just been so many.
Yep.
And I will say that I've sold a haunted house. I sold, and it was verified. I sold a murder house.
Okay.
I sold a house that was on Dateline.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've sold geodesic domes.
Oh, yeah. We only have a couple of those in our market. Yeah.
I sold an octagonal house. I sold a house that was underground.
Wow. Okay.
So I mean, those are kind of
those are
unusual.
ones where you're like, oh, I can't. Some days, every now and then, I'll drive by a neighborhood and I'll look and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I sold that house, or I remember selling that house. Yeah. Wow, that's really really cool.
Funny one. If you want to hear a funny one,
absolutely, yeah.
This one I did not sell, but I showed a house to buyers, first time home buyers, and knocked on the door, rang the doorbell, came in, announced ourselves. Nobody looked like they were home. Went through the entire house, got to the bedroom, and the husband and wife were sleeping with about a 10-foot albino python or boa constrictor in bed with them.
Oh my gosh! That's what you walked in on.
Yes, the buyer's wife screamed, ran out of the house. The husband and I walked out of the house. They said, we're done.
Yep.
I took him back to the hotel. They would not return my calls.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay.
That is probably my strangest one.
Okay. There you go. That's a good one for sure. Well, we always like to ask people so they get to know your personality a little bit more. What's a hill that you're absolutely willing to die on? What's a strong belief that you have?
I have a need for speed. In cars, that is. And
okay.
I believe that the 1960s muscle cars were the best, bar none, that were created. The ones that were manufactured in the United States were the fastest, funnest.
Yep.
Just listening to those ignitions and that rumble of those cars. And I used to race cars at the drag strip.
Oh my gosh.
So
the 1960s U.S. muscle cars are the best produced. Okay, I think there's a lot of people at Barrett Jackson auction that would agree with you on that. I'm starting to see who your people are now. Okay, good. And then what's a movie or show that you could just rewatch forever and never get tired of?
There's probably two.
Okay, two's allowed.
When I'm bored, turn on, and it's like, well, there's one that's kind of a cult classic. It's called New in Town.
Okay.
So Renee Zellweger, just for a quick commercial.
Yes.
And then the other one is Sweet Home Alabama with Reese
Oh,
Witherspoon.
man, yeah.
I love those two movies.
Okay, that's a really, really good one.
Those are my, And New in Town is pretty much a very Scandinavian accent thing.
Okay.
And I'm 100% Swedish, so it's like with the accent, it's like, oh my Lord.
That's perfect for you. Well, Dawn, thanks for everything you do, the amount of knowledge and trust factor that you bring to our team and our clients. Like, I want to thank you for that. And I know we see it in the reviews and testimonials that you get. It really carries through and shows to the clients you work with. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you. I love what I do.